This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, November 25th, 2024. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. President-elect Trump has made more appointments and pending nominations, including hedge fund manager Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary and former White House Budget Director Russell Vought to return for the same role. Jeff Murdoch, Seth MacLachlan, and Alex Miller report Trump also named Brooke Rollins, his former White House domestic policy advisor, as Agriculture Secretary. Picks for other roles included Oregon Representative Lori Chavez DeRemer as Labor Secretary, Jeanette Neshiwat as Surgeon General, and former Trump administration official Scott Turner to lead the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Energy advocates are thrilled with Trump's appointment of Chris Wright to run the Energy Department, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum to head the Interior, and former Representative Lee Zeldin to lead the Environmental Protection Agency. Susan Ferricchio reports the three appointees plan to work in tandem to fill a top campaign promise to restore and expand production of oil and natural gas. Climate action groups, meanwhile, are preparing lawsuits to challenge the anticipated reversal of President Biden's green energy policies. A top Kremlin official says Russia will respond in every way that we find necessary if South Korea sends arms to Ukraine. Ben Wolfgang reports Deputy Foreign Minister Andrei Rudenko made the remark as South Korea weighs its response to the deployment of North Korean troops to fight alongside Russia in its war with Ukraine. That response could include the direct transfer of arms from South Korea to Ukraine. The conflict is escalating and pulling in other nations at a pivotal moment for the United States. Trump has said repeatedly that he wants to end the war soon after taking office. Some critics fear that he will force Ukraine to make territorial concessions to Russia as part of any peace deal. Industry reports show that staffing shortages, urban shoplifting trends, and soft on-crime policies have contributed to a growing perception of danger among retail shoppers. Sean Salai reports Texas-based communications platform Thetro reported that 78% of consumers said in a survey that they feared for their safety and security while shopping in person at stores. Nearly half also expressed frustration that understaffing made them feel less protected from theft and violence. Capital One has estimated the retail theft losses nationwide will swell from $121.6 billion last year to more than $150 billion by 2026. It noted that stores catch shoplifters just 2% of the time, and police arrest the average offender only once out of every 100 incidents. And finally, federal prosecutors have announced charges against the USAID employee they say was responsible for diverting meals that went to al-Qaeda-affiliated fighters in Syria. Stephen Dinan reports prosecutors say Mahmoud al-Hayfian, who ran the organization's Syrian division, skimmed as much as $10 million worth of meals funded by USAID. The meals were supposed to go to Syrian civil war refugees, but investigators say al-Hayfian allowed members of the Nusra Front, an al-Qaeda-linked organization, to collect the meals. An updated arrest warrant was issued for him in February, but he remains at large. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
Marketing is hard. But I'll tell you a little secret. It doesn't have to be. Let me point something out. You're listening to a podcast right now, and it's great. You love the host. You seek it out and download it. You listen to it while driving, working out, cooking, even going to the bathroom. Podcasts are a pretty close companion. And this is a podcast ad. Did I get your attention? You can reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a pre-produced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience and their favorite podcasts with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com, that's Libsyn, ads.com today.